Now, on to Sergeant Michael Smith. This is the guy who, in the famous Abu Ghraib pictures, had the dogs unmuzzled and, appearing to just be on the verge of attacking the prisoners. The prisoners were really frightened. Remember, those prisoners, 90% of them, turned out to be completely innocent and were let go right after the scandal became public. God knows if those people would have ever been let go if the scandal hadn't gotten public, if we hadn't seen the pictures. But apparently one of the things, this is all this stuff is really sick. They would have the dog lick peanut butter off of male genitals and female breasts, but I think that was with other officers. That was just another random sick part of it. And, for whatever reason, they claim that there's some Muslim culture thing against dogs, although I was brought up Muslim and I never heard that. But anyway, apparently some of these prisoners were so frightened because the dogs would actually bite the people from time to time, and some of the prisoners had bite marks on their arms and legs from these German shepherds. And some would be so frightened they'd, wet their pants and even defecate in their pants. Really, really sick stuff. So, Sergeant Michael Smith was convicted of 6 of the 13 charges he was facing. So they really let him have it. Today he was sentenced to 6 months. 6 months. Is he going to be okay? I don't know. And get this. He was discharged for bad conduct.
Oh.
Ooh, that stings.
Now, you have to understand that because of the charges he was convicted for, he could have gotten 8.5 years.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
And take the 8 off.
And the charges he was facing, he could have gotten 24.5 years. All right, so he didn't get convicted on those. 8.5 years he could have gotten. They're like, we'll go with the half of that 8.5. Okay, now, having said that, and apparently he was fairly remorseless. We'll get to that in a second. Having said all that, I think Sergeant Michael Smith is a rare case where these Abu Ghraib, soldiers who did the abuse, he should have gotten, in my opinion, nothing. I think he should have been found innocent on all the charges. The reason is, there is a very clear memo from the Secretary of Defense, the head of the Pentagon, saying you are to sick the dogs on the detainees. You are to unmuzzle them, and you are to do exactly what Sergeant Michael Smith did and was convicted of. Now, how can you convict a guy when the Secretary of Defense, the boss of the Pentagon, says, do this? What is he supposed to do, get court-martialed for not doing it?
Yeah.
Look, maybe, and I'm with you, like Sergeant Michael Smith shouldn't have done it. He should have said, okay, I'll get court-martialed. I'm not going to do this sick stuff. And I'm not shedding a tear for him, especially because I think it was a really light sentence. All that being said, how do you not give Don Rumsfeld that sentence? At least. How do you not convict Rumsfeld? There's a memo that's signed by the Secretary of Defense that says, sick the dogs on him. It is very specific. Yeah. The other stuff is vague,
Well, because everyone in power is not bringing him up on those charges. Nobody's holding a hearing to think about should we bring him up on these charges, etc.
I literally don't understand it. I don't understand it. How can they, in good conscience, convict this guy and not bring all of his superiors up?
And how can elected Republicans let Don Rumsfeld continue in this capacity? How can the sort of wise old elected Republicans, the Dick Lugers and the John Warners who have seen this happen, it's on their shoulders, too, for not doing what Jill just said.